Bueno, arratsaldeon, eskerrik asko gaurko eguraldi ederrarekin zulo batean sartzeagatik. Eskerrak eman nahi dizkiet frisiarrei gurekin etortzeagatik gaur eguna partekatzera eta egun luze bat eduki dute euskara ikasten, Euskal Herriko historia politikoa eta bar, eta hala ere, Marlene Lore Christiansen prest dago gurekin egoteko eta azaltzeko frisiari buruzko oinarrizko gauza batzuk ze ez ezaguna da Euskal Herrian orokorrean. Orduan hitza emango diot berari, ongitorria eta eskerrik asko eta zurea da hitza.
Thank you very much for having me here tonight. My name is Marlene Christiansen. And I'm North Frisian, and as you can see on this map, you might wonder what are all these people, such a big group of Frisians, doing here in the Basque Country, and this is what I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes.
Bueno, eskerrak ematen ditu, bere izena ahoskatu du, nik ahoskatu dutena baino beto. Eta gero esan du, hemen dagoen taldea, North Frisiarra dela eta zeuen buruai galdetzen egongo zeatela ze demoni egiten dute hauek Euskal Herrian. Eta hortaz arituko dela hurrengo minutuetan.
So why are we here? I can't explain what's so special about the Basque Country. None of us, except Ono, has ever visited the Basque Country before. But somehow it has been like a magnet.
Zuen buruei galdetuko diozu zer egiten dugun hemen, egia esan da gutako inor ez da hemen egon, Ono ezik. Ono Falkena Euskal Herria ondo ezagutzen du, euskeraz moldatzen da, bigarren maila esaten du beak, eta berari entzun da, harako erakarri egiten ditu Euskal Herriak hala ere. Horregatik etorri dira.
Perhaps it all started with a Basque movie that many of us Frisians saw on our traditional minority film festival in Husum, in a small town in North Frisia. It's a very, very small festival focusing on movies from minorities and people around Europe. And we all saw the movie Amama, and it's made from Candido Uranga and Manu Uranga. It's father and son.
Agian Euskal Herrikiko erakartasun hau edo gogoa ezagutzeko Euskal Herria etorri zitzaien Amama pelikula ikusi zutenean, han Frisia iparraldean egiten duten Europako herri txikien pelikula jaialdi batean, pelikula hau ikusi zuten, Amama, eta horrela etorri zitzaien gogoa.
And this movie really touched our hearts, but what even more touched our hearts was that the father and the son on stage, how they appeared on stage, because they won actually the festival award. And we Frisians only have this award. It's not connected with money, so it's more like a symbol. We have a small statue that we give to the award-winning team. And it was very touching when those two were on stage, and the father was so proud that he even had tears in his eyes because of our prize. And of course we did not understand much of what he was saying, but the fact that he was so touched, it also did something to us.
Benetan unkitu zituena izan zen aita semea eszenategira atea zirenian saria irabazi zutelako. Hau da, Mama zeudenak. Bai, eszenategira igo zirenean saria jasotzea, eta jakinin behar da sari hau guzti simbolikoa dela, ez dagoela dirurik sari horretan, baina han zeudenian eszenatokian bereziki aita negar malkoka hasi zen emozio zunkituta, eta emozio hau transmititu egin zien beraiei.
And from this moment, the magnet started to work, and we absolutely wanted to visit the Basque Country.
Eta horrekin erabaki zuten Euskal Herria ezagutu behar dugu, magnetismo moduan.
So now we're here, and you made us feel welcome from the very beginning. It's still our first real day in the Basque Country. And it's an honor to talk to you today, and even in Zaruz. And yeah, one of the Basque cities that is next to the sea. And this is also what we Frisians and and the Basque people have in common: the endless love for the sea. I guess you have that too.
Bueno, eta gainera gaur Zarautzen berriro sentitu dute Euskaldunen harrera benetan hunkigarria, bere iritzian Zarautzen oso ondo jaso ditugu, eta hori bada hemen egotea beretzat azaltzen bere herria. Zarautz honetan itsasoa daukana amankomun Frisiarekin, eta kontuatu da bai Euskaldunak eta bai Frisiarrak amankomun gauza hori badakagula, itsasoarekiko maitasuna.
And what we also do have in common, and this was also clear, from today on, that we have a strong proudness for our people, our country, and a big love for freedom, and perhaps also birds. So, as you might know, we North Frisians do not strive for independence. We never did. Except one guy, he was called Harro Haring some 200 years ago. He was proposing independence, but he did not get much applause for his proposal.
Beste gauza bat amankomun ikusten duena da, gure bi herrion daukagun irrika askatasunagatik edo askatasunak orokorrean, eta baita ere ze garrantzitsua diren guretzako herria, kultura, aberria. Baina, seguraski uste du badakigula, ez dakigun, jakingo duzue Frisiak ez dula sekulan independentzia bilatu. Egontzan olako alegin bat, Harro Haring izeneko lider bat, duela 200 urte saiatu zan hortan, baina ez zuen jarraitzaile gehiegi lortu. Ez da hori beraien bidea.
So some hard facts for you to get a better understanding of us. We are about 50,000 North Frisians, and other Frisians live close to the Dutch border in Germany or in the Netherlands. And we are about 10,000 Frisian speakers. Many of them live, for instance, on the island Föhr.
50,000 frisiar bizi dira Ipar Frisian, beste Frisia batzu daude, baina Ipar Frisian 50,000 biztanle daude, eta horietatikan 10,000 edo 10,000 you said, yes? 10,000 edo in North Frisia.
Yes.
Hitz egiten dute frisieraz, 10,000 persona zai gara. Beste frisiar batzuk bizi dira ez Ipar Frisian. Ipar Frisia dago Alemania iparraldean.
Mapan ikusten da, bai.
Bai, mapan ikusten da agian. Ipar Alemanian, bai. Ikan zai? Bai. Hori da, bai, oso ondo. Ipar Frisian, horretaz hitzetan egea. Gero badaude beste frisiar batzuk, bizi direnak Danimarkako mugatik gertu, ego mendebaldean, eta beste batzuk mugatik gertu bai.
Alemanian, baino Holandako mugatik gertu, eta beste batzuk Holandan bertan. Holandako ekialdean. Baina beti itsaso alboan, iparraldean itsaso alboan.
Ipar itsasoan, danak.
Okay.
No, I think we explained that. We could find a map, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regarding the situation in Schleswig-Holstein, the province where we live, We always tend to say the North Frisians are the best kept secret in Germany, even. And this is what we want to change. We strive for more visibility, and we strive for more presence in the public media, in the public state media. And we strive for a higher education or a higher quality in Frisian education.
Bera bizi dira Schleswig-Holstein estatu federalean, Alemanian, eta beti eduki dute fama bezala, beraien ospea izan da, ipar frisiarrak oso ondo gordetzen dituztela sekretuak eta oso izkutuan daudela beti. Orduan beraien erronka da lortzea bisibilitate gehiago ikustea minoria hau.
Alemaniako sekretua ez izatea.
Bai, Alemaniako sekretua ez izatea, hori da. Eta bisibilitate hau nahi dute publikoki egotea, komunikabideetan ere bai, eta lortu nahi dute heziketa mailan, eskoletan eta bar, frisieraz den hezkuntza bat.
In general,
kalitatezkoa.
In general, we strive for a better image of Frisian. North Frisian often is treated as a hobby, just like playing tennis, and this is what we want to get away from. Especially this counts regarding school and education. For us, Frisian is a culture, and Frisian is part of our society. We strive for priority rights for new educated Frisian teacher, and to get a job in the Frisian-speaking area. And especially also regarding the dialects, we have strong difference in dialects, so that young, educated Frisian teachers can get a guaranteed job in the Frisian-speaking area of their own dialect.
Beraie beste erronka bat da, beraien hizkuntzaren irudia hobetzea. Frisiarra pixka bat konsideratzen da hobby bat bezala, beste baten izan daitekeena bezala beste zerbait, baina serioski hartzea frisiarra eta bereziki hezkuntzan eta eskoletan. Beraientzako frisiarra ez da hobby bat, beraien izateko era da, beraien kultura, gizartea, beraien gizartearen giltza. Eta adibidez, hezkuntza mailan lortu nahi dutena da irakasleak ondo prestatzea, hizkuntza maila egokiarekin, hortaz gain, gure kasuan bezala, frisiarrak dialektuak ditu, eta bermatu irakasleak bidaltzen dira edo lana lortzen dutela beren dialektoan, beraien eskualdeko dialektoan posiblea bada.
Yes, and as I said before, we strive for that future generations get the chance on high quality Frisian language classes. But of course we also have interests that go beyond language and culture as it is seen in a traditional way. We have a strong interest in protecting our homeland, and especially to protect our coasts and dikes.
Coast and tides.
Coast and dikes.
Dikes, yeah. I wasn't sure, I was just checking. Beste erronka bada, urrengo belaunaldiei bermatu nahi diete etorkizun bat, eta kalitatezko heziketa bat frisiarraren bidez, klaseak frisiarrez izatea, eta beste erronka bada, beraien aberriaren, edo aberria ez teketezu da beri, hometown gehiago, lurraldea babestu eta garatu. Bereziki eskatuta daude kostaldearekin eta dikeak. Ingurumena, orokorrean. Keska
I suppose it has to do with the sea rising levels as well.
Yes.
Would be quite...
Zer ikusia du klima aldaketarekin ekartzen duelako itsasoaren maila igotzen nahi dela, eta zonalde honetan oso nabarmena da.
Claro, zonaldeuek oso lauak dira normalian da Holandan bezala, orduan oso aldaketa txikiekin, pues igual beraien herrien erdia jan egiten du itsasoan.
Beraiek ikusten nahi dira ja honen impactua, klima aldaketaren impactua.
So in general, we strive for protecting and putting growth to the life quality in North Frisia, and also this is what we are here for, to connect with others and especially to reflect ourselves. And mostly we have done some of these journeys around Europe for the last, 20 years? 30 years.
Wow.
35. And mostly we return to North Frisia with, how we say it, heads up high and full of motivation to go back to our home and continue striving for our rights. So thank you very much. Eskerrik asko.
Bueno, lehen esan duen bezala, txaldoak egin nahi dozu, ulertu dozu eskerrik asko. Itxoin galderektor, azken itzulikoet, beste erronka bada, jakina, bizitza kalitate egokia lortu Frisian, eta orduan horregatikan antolatzen dituzte, enteratu geha, badira, 35 urte, bidaiak Europan zehar, beste herri batzuk ezagutzeko, eta harremanak sustatu, ezagupena sustatu, eta hausnarketa bereziki sustatu. Hausnarketa hauen bidez, txera itzultzen dira, pila kargatuta, ideia berriekin, eta hau beti ona da. Eta gero ja eskerrak eman ditu, eta gero. Eskerrik asko, Marlen.
Eskerrik asko.
Galdera dakazu? Bai.
Gustatuko litzaidake jakitea osotara zenbadian. Esan dezu, 50.000 leku batian, baino 3 estatu barruan daude, ez? Bai Dinamarka, bai Alemania eta baita Holandan. Eta orduan, bakoitzan gutxi gora bera zenbat, eta gero 3 artean, 3 komunitate horien artean, ez da herri bakarra izan, nolako erlazioa daukaten, aber zeo zer aman komuna daukaten.
You mentioned the population in North Frisia. We would like to know the population in the other 2 places that are Frisia. And then also, because we're separated in 3 states, we would like to know what kind of relationship you have, if you have anything in common or not. Listening about borders.
We have...
Maybe it's a first population, maybe. So North Frisia, you said, is 50,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Then
have...
Denmark.
Wie viele sind Ostfriesen?
2000 Saarfriesen.
Und so there are
Speaking.
Not the speaking, population.
Aware of
that
these
feel
three
Frisian.
identities. It's a large number.
yeah.
It's quite a large number. That's important.
Yeah.
And they are really aware of their Frisian heritage, much more than we know Frisian.
So we have to know this. One figure is the figure for people who feel Frisian in
Yes.
Denmark and in Netherlands.
No.
No one. Okay.
Schleswig-Holstein, and then Lower
Yes.
Saxonia, close to the Dutch border, East Friesland, maybe around about 100,000 are seeing them as East Frisians. Onno, dat is de Insel mee.
How many in your part?
Yeah.
400.
Well over 600,000.
Sorry, oh no, 600,000 in your part.
Well over
In the Netherlands.
600,000.
Yeah, well over. Yeah.
Yes.
But in Lower
But it
Saxony,
doesn't-
they
yeah.
speak Lower German,
Yeah,
and there are 2,000 speaking Frisian.
Frisian.
2,000.
2,000.
Yeah.
But those are speakers, not...
Yeah, but this is
This
speakers.
is East
Yeah.
But
Frisia.
the ones speaking Lower German, they feel
Yeah.
Frisian.
Yes.
It's very
They feel-
complex.
Feel very
Okay.
free.
Yes.
And that is Saxony.
Yeah.
Lower
Said.
section.
Lower Saxony, Lower German.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. This is more
But-
complicated.
As you can see, we have one West Frisian in our organization team and in our general team of the journey. So we, as at least for our organization, I can say that we have a very strong connection to West Frisia, and we have a long tradition for this connection. And we also feel like one people. So for us, it's normal. Onno is part of our family, and he's like a brother to us, and has always been welcomed, of course, and vice versa. So we feel very welcome in West Frisia. Of course, this is the biggest abundance because it's the biggest part. It's the biggest part of Frisians living in Europe. But of course, we have also organizations that we closely work together with East Frisia in Lower Saxony, and so we are connected.
Aber aklaratu nahi zen kopuruekin eta nola kontatzen duten. Gauza bat bereizte askatzen dute, gauza bat da frisiarra sentitzea, nolabait patrimonio hori edo horren parte zehala, baina hizkuntza ez dezuiten. Orduan kopuru bat daukazu oso altua, eta beste gauza bada hiztunak. Orduan, onda puntatu dugun, Dinamarka partean, edo... Dinamarka ez, baina homogatik gertu. Dinamarkatik gertu, 1.000ko kopuru eman dute sentimendu horrekin.
Jakiteko, igual justu hori buruz asko hitz egin da, Puigdemont hartu zuten tokia.
Schleswig-Holstein.
Alemaniako mapan kokatzeko hor.
1.000 inguru izan daiteke. Gero Holandako parte hortan onok eman duen kopurua 600.000 izan da, 600.000, hau da ondiena, hau da nahi badezu komunitate autonomoa gurea, pentsako zen, Holandan dauden frisiarrak, eskubide gehiago dituzte, bai, eta bar.
Politikoki errekonozimendu gehiago
daukate. Kopuru ondia dira, gero jungo naiz, eta gero Saxonia behekoan omen daude 200.000 sentitzen direnak ere frisiar.
Baina oso bitxi hitz egin dute.
Baina hitz egin bakarrik 2.000.
2.000. Eta hori daude erdian, eta dira, justo, naiz eta erdian egon, gitxiago dienak eta gitxiago hitz egiten dutenak. Osa, justo bi albotan, Holandan zein Dinamarkatik hartu, da identitatea gogorragoa eta hiztun gehiago daude. Eta justu erdian daudenak, badaude, baino...
Gipuzkoarrak, ulenak, zango bagina.
Justo kontrakoa.
And the distances are very great. It's nearly 600 kilometers extension from West Frisian to North Frisian.
Ipar Frisiatik mendebaldeko Frisiara zaten nahi da, distantzia handia direla, 600 kilometrotakoak izan daitezkela. Iztunak jakina dezu ere.
Behaien artean, estatu desberdinetan erlazioaren bat dago.
Komentatu.
Instituzio bat, erakunde bat.
Horrela ez dut kontatu, bai.
Eta gero, ea nun baiten hizkuntza ofiziala da.
Bai, bai erantzun du koordinazioa badagola, erakunde askotan batera daudela, ez dio galdetu instituzio badagoen, baina bai daudela elkarteak, alderdik, badagola komunikazio bat erain artean. Adibidez hemen antolatu duten bidai honetan, ono da mendebaldeko frisiar bakarra, oso ondo onartua talde honetan, eta beraiek mendebaldeko frisiara juten direnean, nahiz eta horiek gekenak izan, giputxeak, iparraldekoak ondo hartzen ditugula, sentsazio hori duela, ondo hartzen dituztela mendebaldeko frisian. Eta badago harreman bat, galdetuko dut instituzioarena. Eta iztunak bai, uste, itzuli detala dana. Esan, galdera. Vale. Now that we clear up a bit the numbers of people feeling Frisian, you like to know the number of speakers, because you said that this in your part it was 50,000 inhabitants but 10,000 speakers. Now he wants to know in your West Frisian part, so you have to supply the number. You said the 2,000 in Lower Saxony, so we know that, but we don't know.
We have in North Frisia living 180,000 people living.
Okay.
But it's 50,000 identifying themselves as Frisian, and 10,000 speakers.
Speakers.
Then of course we have a greater number of understanding, but 10,000 about speaking North Frisian fluently.
Okay. Bale, Ipar Frisian biztanleak dea 180.000, baina identifikatzen direnak frisiar bezala 50.000 inguru, eta hitz egiten dutenak 10.000.
Ondo hitz egiten dutenak.
Ondo, bai, fluent, ondo hitz egiten dutenak. Horiek esan gireteke 10.000, ongo dira beste batzuk moldatzen dianak. Gero esan dugu Saxonia berean zepasatzen da, 2.000 bakarri direla, eta ono?
In Friesland, a new sociolinguistic survey is being carried out. It's supposed to be published in a few weeks' time. But I already saw some of the results, and one of the results is that the percentage of people using Frisian as a first language in everyday life,
Using, not knowing.
is for the first time it went below the 50%. But it's also a part of definition, because well, if you use the definition being able to speak Frisian, that percentage is much higher. So the percentage of people being able to speak Frisian is between 65 and 70%. The people speaking Frisian as their first language in everyday life, so at home and at shop and at the doctor, etc., etc. That's below 50%, just a little bit below 50%.
Okay.
For a very long time, it always used to be a bit above 50%. So it means that we have a situation of slow but gradual decline, but not in a not very fast, not in a very spectacular way. But the language is clearly under pressure. But even if you admit that, the situation of Frisian is still quite good if you compare it to some other minority languages in Europe.
So you mean from those 6,000 people who think they are Frisian, or inhabitants, was that inhabitants?
The inhabitants of the province of Friesland, so politically, administrative speaking, they are Frisians. And
65% can speak
half
it.
of them speaks Frisian as first language in everyday life, a little bit less than half. But being able to speak is almost 70%, being able to understand is more than 80%, but being able to write is only 20%.
Right, 20.
Yeah, so literacy in our own language still is a problem. And so there is also need for better education of the language, not only in primary education but also in secondary education.
Orduan,
Also, I wanted to ask just
baina
so...
utzuliko dut.
Bai.
Bestela. Orduan, Mendebaldeko Frisian, Holandako provintzia hontan, bueno, Holanda gu bezala Espainia, provintzia horretan. Bai, baina, bueno, Holandakoa gu bezala espainola. Provintzia...
Seguro eski espainola jarri zioten izan horiek,
Bai, gainera, bai. Orduan, 600.000 biztanle ditu, teorian danak frisiarrak, hor bizidia komunitate horretan, eta ezagupena oso altua da, ia 170 hitz egin dezake hizkuntza horretan, baina 20 bakarrik idatzi dezake, diglosia kasu handia da. Ulermena igotzen da, ulermen porcentaia 80%, ulertzea frisiarra, nahiz eta ez erantzun frisiarrez. Baina, oraintxe aterako dira, kaleratuko dira azkenengo inkesta soziolinguistikoaren datuak, urrengo astean segurazki, baina berak jakindu, lehenengo aldiz historian, erabileraren datua ez dela ona. Erabileraren datua beti izan da erdila baino gehiago, 50% baino gehiago eguneroko bizitzan erabiltzen zuen frisiera, eta lehenengo aldiz badirudi geldituko dela 50%aren muga hortara iritsi gabe, erabilera. Orduan, hau bai da gai bat, kezkagarria, ze ematen du halako jatxiera momentu batean aurkitzen dira erabileraren aldetik, goraka egin beharrean. Ez tekit errepikatu barituen kopuruako ez, Vale, bai. There are 2 more questions. Is Frisian official in any of these 2 places? and if there is any institution in which all Frisians are together, institution, like official institution. And then his question.
No, maybe I ask you, you answer everything. Just like, because to put in context for the Basque people here, you are not a unified community. Like, what I mean is, between East Frisia and West Frisia, like, you're not together. Your community is separated from each other, right? There's
no line communication.
Like, it's not like Gipuzkoa and Vizcaya, they are touching each other.
No,
yours are not touching. So
not in. We are three, and here's not touching.
Exactly.
Here's not touching.
So that's what maybe we understand them. We explain to them. So it's not that you are next to, but you are actually distant from each other. Language.
And the question is.
Hori zen. Ziurtatzea hori azaltzeko.
Vale. Orduan indezu argitu zerbait. Bueno, itzuliko dut, oso itzuli zuzeu zure burua.
Bueno, galdetu diot, ulertzeko pixkatu beto, linguistiko ikusten ditzen dela, uarte linguistikoak, ez da? Osea, badira talde bat, hizkuntza berdina, baino dialektoekin, baino hizkuntza bera dana, baino ez dute ikutzen berain artean, osea, lurrez ez daude kontaktua bata bestearekin. Osea, igual zu Frisiako, Ipar Frisian zaude, bertan Frisia hitz egiten da, gero jeisten alemana hitz egiten da, gero berriro frisiarez hitz egiten da pixkat, gero alemanez eta holandesez hitz egiten da, eta gero berriro frisiarez. Orduan, karo, zailagoa da beraientzat mandetzea batasun hori, ze azken finean ez daude kontaktuan zuzenean bata bestean.
Zango entzateke hemen euskara galditu izan balitz bezala eta sentimentua Bizkaian, Lapurdin eta Zuberoan. Imaginatu, olako zerbait.
Eta horregatik zaunik dialektoak be oso desberdinak bata bestearekiko.
Galdetu ingo diot, is there any academy of the language or any institution that coordinates things? Nik badakit baietz.
Maybe Anu wants to...
I would like to add something about the connection between the three Frieslands. That's also a bit symbolical. Lately I try to travel in a bit more environmental friendly way, so to travel less by car and plane and more by train. So if you want to travel from our Friesland to East Friesland or to North Friesland, you have to cross the river Ems, which is a big river in the north of Germany. And there used to be a bridge across this river, which is called Friesenbrücke, so the bridge of the Frisians. Unfortunately, a few years ago there was an accident, so the bridge was damaged badly by a big ship, and since then has never been repaired. So the only train connection which connected us has been cut off, and the German government has decided that they want to repair this bridge in the year 2025. So I think if there's anything that the common Friesenraad, Frisian Council should fight for and also protest against, and also protest against at European level, at European constitutions, they say that governments should do anything to facilitate the contacts between the three Frieslands. Well, the possibility to travel easily, visit each other easily, really has been hurt by this bridge. Because now, if you want to travel to Germany by train, you have to go to Bad Bentheim. And in Bad Bentheim, the Dutch lock is taken away from the train, and then a new lock, German, has to be replaced by a German lock. So you have to stop there and wait there for something like 20 to 25 minutes, and then the travel continues. I think in the so-called unified Europe, this is crazy. This is 19th century small state.
Bueno,
and the status of Frisian.
Well, Frisian has been recognized as an official language of the Dutch state after demonstration riots we had in the 50s, which was called Kneppelvreed, when a famous Frisian journalist was put on trial, and he wanted to speak Frisian in court, which was forbidden at the time. So then, since then, we are allowed to speak Frisian in courts, and as a consequence of that, Frisian was recognized as the second official language of the Dutch state. So there is also radio and television in Frisian, and Frisian is also obliged as a subject in primary and secondary education. that's not taken as seriously as we would like to see, especially in secondary education. And speaking about one organization defending the interests of all Frisian, well, there is the Friesenraad, there is a Frisian Council, which at the level of North Friesland, Ilse Johanna is its president, so I think it's very good that she's here. And this Friesenraad also collaborates with Friesenraad in East Friesland and in our Friesland. There's also Common Frisian Council, which organizes conferences regularly, and also common travels to the island of Helgoland, which is also Frisian. I don't know if you ever heard about Helgoland, but it's interesting for the Basques to say a little bit about Helgoland. But I think that, well, as an international organization, maybe this Frisian Council could do and achieve a bit more than it has done recently. Collaboration between the three parts also not always has been very easy, has it?
They are volunteers.
Yeah, it's not a professional organization.
It's a weak structure.
Volunteer.
To mention, it was built in 1955, 10 years after the Second World War. Germany had occupied the Netherlands, and especially the northern part of the Netherlands had very bad times. Indeed, to the end of the war, they had suffered a lot under German occupation, but it succeeded 10 years later to connect the Friesen from Netherlands with the Friesen from Germany. So we were able to, because there were also personalities which definitely not were fascists, so that the Netherlands Friesen could have confidence in the Frisian, in the connection. So that was making, on a very low level, on a grassroots level, making peace and binding Europe together after this catastrophe from the fascists. So that is a little part of it. But so we did our to create and connect the Frisian, but also connect after this catastrophe.
A ver, gauza asko jundia esaten. A ber, lehenengo gauza, berak komentatu dunez, 3 territorio isolatuak direla, zentzu hortan lurrez behintzat ezin direla komunikatu, anekdota baino gehiago den gauza kontatu digu Onok, bazegon tren zerbitzu bat mendebaldeko Frisia, ekialdeko eta iparraldeko Frisia konektatzen zuena, baina zubi bat, hain zuzen ere, frisiarren zubia edo deitzen zena, jauzi intzan, istripu bat ontzan, jauzi intzan, eta ez da berreraiki. Ez da oraindikan berreraiki. Beraz, tren zerbitzu hori zegoena, komunitate frisiarrari zerbitzu hori ematen ziona nolabait, bez dago inolako intentsiorikan Alemaniako gobernutikan berreraikitzeko. 2025-erako eman diete epea. Eta honek ez dula inolako ezburuz belarririk Europako kontestu batean, eta lotxagarria dela, eta esan zitekeela puntu bat behintzat jentia mobilizatzeko horren inguruan. Asko esan nahi du, tren zerbitzu bat daukasunean lotzen dituzten lurra hauek zubi bat ez konpontzea. Orduan, hori pixka bat kontatzeko ze egoeratan dauden. Gero, ofizialtasunaren inguruan, hizkuntza hau ofiziala da, hain zuzen ere Holandako partean, bere probintzian. Ez du esan fetxa usted lortuz, when was it 55 was achieved, the officiality of the language? Was it in 55? The riots are in 55, but this is the same year. Vale. Mila behatzen da berrogeita amabostean lortu zuen ofiziala izatea Holandan, egontzian manifestazio eta protesta handiak Holandan orduan, kazetari bat auzitegian erabili nahi izan zuelako frisierat ez zioten usten, eta bera, oso gogor, berak frisiarrez bakarrik erantzungo zuela auzitegian, eta horrela poliki-poliki burruka horren bidez lortu zuten frisiera Holandako zati hortan ofizializatea esan duten bezala 55ean. Eta horrela adakate irrati eta telebista bat aspaldidanik, gu baino lehenago. eta frisiarra irakusten da eskoletan, baina gai bat da. Bai primarian eta bai bigarren hezkuntzan. Ta nahi duketena da pausua egin izateko hizkuntza serioago hartuta, batez ere bigarren hezkuntzan, eta agian hizkuntza horretan irakatsi. Ez bakarrik izatea gai bat. Zerbait gehiago horrekin, bai ez, hori izan du, ofizialtasunei buruz. Gero, erakunderen bat daukaten aman komun, badire erakunde batzuk, adibidez Frisiako kontseilua deitzen diotena, dago Ipar Frisian, Ekialdeko Frisian eta Mendebaldeko Frisian. Eta hirura gero batzen dira halako kontseilu batean, baina kontseilu hau da guztiz voluntarioa, ez da kainolako representaziorik, egite dituzte hitzaldiak antolatu eta bidaiak antolatu eta horrelako gauzak. Baina, balorean jarri du, behitza egiten hasi da horretaz, esan du Frisiarren kontseilua sortu zenean, sortu zala ere bai 1955ean, kontuan eduki behar da, hau dela Gerrate Mundiala bukatzen denean, harik 10 urtetara, eta lorpen handia da, kontuan eduki behar dalako, tropa alemanak Holandako parte hau gogorki zapaldu zutela eta kontrolatu zutela. Orduan, benetan dela, irakaspen bat jaso zuten garai horretako jendearen gandik, kapasak izan zialako nolabait eseritzeko holandarra den frisiar bat eta alemana den frisiar bat elkarrekin zerbait eraikitzeko, kontseilu frisiar bat eraikitzeko. Nolabait beraien arteko zauriak sendatzeko eta neurri batean Europan ere zauri horien harria ipintzeko.
Not a long time ago, we organized the umbrella organization of the North Frisians organized a race with bikes to go from north to east and to West Frisia, and the final destination was the capital of Friesland, West Friesland, Leeuwarden-Jouwert, which is the capital of culture this year.
Yes, yeah.
So this was one try to make these connect, even though we are so far away.
Mm-hmm. And this was done this year?
This was this year.
And
In May.
In May. And which organization you said it did it? The Frisian Council?
Fraseret.
No, but the organization who organized this?
Yes.
Fraseret.
It's
The
the
council.
council.
Oh,
Yes,
the Red,
Frisia
sorry,
Rat
yes.
da council.
Orduan, esan duena da, lehen aipatu dugun Frisiako kontseilu hori, adibidez horten egin zutena da, antolatu zuten bizikletazko, ez dakit, lasterketa bat edo, ez dakit, I don't think it was was it a competition or was it more symbolic?
Iago martxa bat, korrika bat.
Martxa, hori da, bizikletaz, azken finan distantzia goztunak dira, eta hasi ziren Ipar Frisian, eta bukatu zuten Mendebaldeko Frisian, eta gainela, izan dela aurten, Leeuwarden, dela hiriburua, Europako kultura hiriburu. Oso Donosti izan zena 2016an, aurten Leeuwarden da. Orduan, hori kontuan hartuta,
Eta distantzia hori izango da, hemendik Santiago de Compostela
Claro.
Nolako zuzer.
Bai.
Martxa handila.
600 kilometro dira.
3 days.
Ja, 3 egun.
egunetan?
Behar izan
3 days? Is a lot of kilometers, no?
How many?
700 or...
380
okay, hace more kilometers. Vale, esaten du 300 eta... Ia lareu, vale. 3 egunetako bizikleta martxa.
And do you have something with San Sebastian as capital?
Yeah, it's because San
And
Sebastian...
you also have a connection with, did you something with the French Basque people?
Ia ingenu zerbait, iparraldeakin,
A project like that?
Donostiako...
Yes.
The time when
No.
the European capital.
Perhaps you should translate for the other Basques as well.
Ja, galdetu digo, guk zer antolatu genuen Ipar Euskal Herriko jendearekin Donosti izan zenean hiriburu kulturala. Eta ez esan diegu. Baina,
intzian gauzak hizkuntza txikiekin.
Asaltu dezakezu igual, korrikarena asaltu zu gozean, edo... Hori justu nago esaten, igual...
Baina ez duzu ikusirik hiriburuaren asuntuekin.
Galdera bat nukan.
Bai.
Inglesez egingo da egitek egitzuliko dezu.
Osuk zeu itzulu. Eta lanak entzun diguzu.
Ez.
Gaia ez daukat buruan, porque bueno, nahiago eta astu. Hiriburutza hori ez Ez itzuli.
Bale.
Baina bai, programak egon zian.
Iparraldeakin.
Bai, Baionan, egin zian gauzak, Doribanen garazi, Zalutxune bai, hori niez txantxa batzuk, eskuzke batzuk egin zian iparraldetik, musikarekin, gauzak egon zian.
He says he was involved in that because he's a counselor in Donosti. So he says that there were a few things, there were a few trips Lincoln and in Bayonne and beste leku esan duzu? Saint Jean de Pied-de-Port, there were a few, something, yes, but we don't know.
Beste komentario itxoin.
A comment, bai, komentario egin. Itxoin izki galdera hau zegoen lehenago, gero zu. Uste nuzala horren burura, hiriburutza kulturala izan zenean, barkatu. Apuntatuko dugu bi galderak batera, bai. Zu zer da komentario zeri buruz? Ono? Komentarioa, galdera, zer da zurea? Galdera bat? Eske galdera hemen dakat, Is it a question? Because, yeah.
Or a comment.
Or a comment. Question.
I have a small comment about Nostia 2016.
Okay. Yeah, allow the comment.
Nostia 2016, they really made a big effort to connect to several minorities across Europe.
Yeah,
it's a TOSTA project. They made a band with musicians singing in 7 different minority languages, in Cornish and in Welsh and in Frisian and in Gallego and in Basque. And so this band was touring through Europe and also toured again last winter in Huisgaleria. So I think it was a very interesting and successful project. And some of the projects which started in Nostia 2 years ago are still running this year. One of these projects is the Beste Itzak Other Words project, which is an exchange for writers throughout Europe. Basque Country is very active in it, and Friesland as well. And this year, one of the biggest projects of Ljouwert 2018 is called Loon van Taal, which is Country of Languages, which is promoting linguistic diversity and which presents another language every single week. And last week, the focus of attention was Euskeraz, with Basque music and also with Basque poets being present and trying to teach Frisian poets how to become a bachelor.
Gu baino gehiago dakite hemen 2016koaren inguruan, ono komentatu du, ono komentatu du Donostia 2016 agian ez dakila bera seguru zeintzun iparraldeakin, baina bai atea ireki ziela beste hizkuntza txikiei, egontzen alegin bat, TOSTA proiektuarekin, gero egontzen ere bertsolaritza eta kontzertuak hizkuntza txiki hau, kornikera, galesa, frisoak ere gonbiatuk izan zian, beste ekimen bat izan zen beste hitzak, dala idazleentzako interkanbio bat, eta gero komentatu du aurten hiriburutza dakala bere hiriak, nik ez eta euskatuko, eski esango del, Leeuwarden edo nola ditzen da, Ljouwert. Hizkuntza batetan. Ljouwert. Hiriburua. Hiriaren izena, bai. Aurten dala kapital kulturala eta badakate proiektu bat Country of Languages esan dezu, hizkuntzen herria, eta astero hizkuntza bat aurkezten dute. Eta aurreko astean Euskarari eskaini zitzaion aste osoa. Euskararen astea izan zen bere hiriburuan. Eta seguru zu parte hartu zenula hortan. Zure galdera mesedez. Eta gero zure,
English, yeah. Okay, so apart from the institutional things that can be done to cultivate identity and language, there are non-institutional things that can be done. And today, one area where it's possible to do a lot of things is social media. So I have a double question. The first part of the question is, do Frisians use social media a lot to communicate with each other in a way which you could say is cultivating their existence as an identity? And the second question is, if so, then does this work between the different Frisian communities as well? So can social media serve to help to raise consciousness of pan-Frisian unity?
Do you want to answer?
Bueno, I got
Yeah.
translate.
Oh, okay.
O zuk, zure burua.
No.
Vale. Bere galdera da, egia da, instituzionalki egin daitezkela gauza koordinatuta, hiru lurraldeak, baina ez instituzionalki ere egin daitezkela. Eta adibidez, okurritzen zaio, sare sozialak gaur egun, ez? Orduan, bere galdera da, ea sare sozialak erabiltzen dituzte fresiarrek, eta ea erabiltzen dituzte gainea konstienteki nolabait sortzeko harremanak beraien artean, fresiar ezberdin artean, kontzientzia bat, eta inpakto bat ukitzeko ere bai.
Eta gero baita ere, hiru frisiar
Bai, koordinazio, hiru guneak, hiru guneen artean. Galdera da, ea, do you use social media?
So the first problem is that most of the North Frisians are not able to write. I think, almost had 20% of the West Frisians don't know how to write, but most of them, they attended school and we did not, so...
Excuse me, it was 20% do know how to write.
No,
Yes,
the
20%.
West Frisians.
West Frisians.
But I will assume it's less. I don't have the statistics, but all of us are
Not
not.
Frisians, 1%.
1%
Able
maybe.
to write.
Yeah. So this is the first problem.
Yeah.
Second problem is if you open WhatsApp and you have auto control spelling, they change everything in German, so it's
So
very.
there's no Frisian.
No, it takes 5 minutes to write, okay, I'm home. So actually, because you want social media is fast,
Yeah.
it's not able, we don't have the tools to access it because we want, this is very fast media and we don't have spelling, we don't know how to spell. There is Google Translate, but this is also from a bigger brother, West Frisia, that have these tools.
Yeah.
And we don't have this, and we don't have the money to get this, to help us to access the social media. Of course, we are on social media, but then it mostly is on German. This is my...
Can I say
young
something?
science who is searching for it and looking at it, because of course it is now possible to communicate, even if also Frisian, we don't know mine how spelling is. We are not all Frisian teachers, so some just make the freedom and write as they want. So it is a bidding of a process, and we don't know the outcome. But they are, the University of Frankfurt, they are searching on it. There's one who has a PhD project, and we have the opportunity to communicate. But if we talk about the communication between North, East, and West Friesland, it will be mostly in German or in English as lingua franca. But that is also, we have also contacts by social media with the Sweden, which is more close than we had before. So maybe we have some outcome there of a closer cooperation. We will have to see what research is telling us about it. But there are some threats that are in freedom. So that's a new tendency. Let's look at it.
I had a comment.
Can translate. Can I translate a bit so they can follow what you're saying? They are living.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bueno, erantzun duena izan da batetikan sare sozialak erabiltzen dituztela, baina frisieraz ez, lehen esan da mendebaldeko Frisian 20%ak bakarrik omen dakile idazten, eta hartzen badugu Frisia osoa, hemendikan esate dute uneko batak bakarrik igual dakiela idazten, Ipar Frisian, benetan idazten frisiarrez. Orduan gertatzen zaiena da, beraien konplejoak ez dakitelako idazten. Gero gainea agian WhatsAppean jarri eta zuzentzaileak aldatzen dizula dena alemaniarara, ze gertuko hizkuntza da. Orduan azkenian komunikazioa arrazoi bategatik edo besteagatik kontuan izan da medio hau dala azkar komunikatzeko, azkartasun hori saritzen degula, bukatzen dute alemanieraz komunikatzen frisiar guztiak edo inglesez lingua franca bezala bagian mendebaldeko frisiarrekin. Gizon honek aipatu du ikerketa bat egiten nahi diala horren inguruan Frankfurteko Unibertsitatean, baina, errealitatea hori omen da. Horri buelta ematea, saia omen da. Eta galdera dakazu, baina horatzen galdera gehiago daude. Honekin da, zer.
This is a comment to what Helen said. Well, actually, two points. One is I am a new smartphone user because I always said I didn't want to have one, and finally I lost the fight, and now I have one, and it's actually her fault. She forced me to have.
No, I didn't force you. Beg your pardon. I give an old one to you as a present.
And so I have my smartphone now. Now I am unusual because I'm a person who knows people through many different languages, and so when I want to write a message, of course, if I let my spell corrector try to correct me, whatever language I'm trying to write in, it will mess everything up because it doesn't know what language.
No, but it's not correct anymore with the new versions.
Okay, well, I don't have a new version.
It's really good, possible to write well, like in Slovenian and German. I have you can have both languages, and actually it works quite well to automatically detect in which language you write the sentence.
I use 6 languages, sorry,
anyway,
this is bullshit. This is all bullshit.
But Benochu is like me because she uses a lot of languages.
And if it's language,
she gave me the solution. She said, look, when you set up your phone and it asks the language, set it up for Catalan, because they have a lot of accents.
Or French.
So then when I'm writing, I just write in whatever language I'm writing in, and I force the system, the prediction system, to learn all the words in all the languages. And
it does. Eventually,
it learns my words, my languages, and this is how I do it. And that's good for any language.
Bueno, hola ezin dugu itzuli, eta zuko jakin barko zenuke. Vale, bueno, komentario akzesorio bat egin du, agian hori soluzionatu daitekela, ze mobilak ikasi dezake benetan nola idazten dezun. Bueno, beste gabe horrekin.
Vale. And the other thing is, if I understand the problem that you mentioned, but if we have to wait for somebody to create the right spell corrector so that it lets us write in our language and our dialect, we can maybe wait forever, and it's a little bit like waiting for the institutions. It's almost an institution, so we're back to the problem. But I'm talking about not waiting for the institutions and going around the institutions. And I think that we can create content on the internet in our language and put it there and make it good content so that people will consume the content. And this will help people to learn to write, to read and write in their language. And it will also actually create a corpus which will one day help to create the technological package.
But the Frisians don't have a common written language.
It doesn't matter, let them just write anything, no? Isn't it better?
Bueno, zure, a ber, ese hau da igual zuen artean gehiago, igual frisiari buruz jakin nahi dut, horregatik. A ber, ze galdera daukazu? Nahi duzuna? Euskera sobetu modatzen bat euskera, inglesa nahi bezura bili, hauen inglesa zuere abezelakoa da, ez da?
My question was, last year I spent 2 months in a literary exchange in West Frisian with the program Ono mentioned before, the other West program. So I was acquainted with the literary situation and landscape in West Frisian, and it was very interesting. But now my question is, I'm not acquainted at all with the literary landscape in North Frisian. So my question is, how things are going on in the literary field, and was there any attempt to achieve a standard Frisian language there?
Nahi zu zure buru itzuli? Laburki? Bai, hobeto.
Nire galdera da, duela 2 hilabete, joan dan urtean, 2 hilabeteko egonaldia egin nuen, beste hitzak literatura sorkuntzako trukerako programari esker, Donostia 2016 abian jarri zen programa hori esker, eta orduan aukera izan duen ezagutzeko Frisiako, mendebaldeko Frisiako literatura egoera zein dan, eta hango egileak ezagutzeko, eta idazleak, eta baina ez dut ezagutzen zein den, zoritxarrez, Ipar Frisiako egoera, literaturaren egoera, eta hori izan nire galdera ez. Eta horretaz gainera, jakin nahi nuen, ea saiakeraren bat egondan, hemen euskara batua dugun bezala, Frisian ere, hizkuntza bateratzeko eta idazteko, ez? Estandarra lortzeko saiakeraren bat izan da.
Okay.
Standard.
So yes, as you might know, North Frisian has a very strong variation of dialects. We used to have 10 different ones. The thing is, if you look at the situation, of course, at least theoretically, you meet that question of why not creating standard Frisian as they did in West Frisia and other parts in Europe, like your case. I think, of course, it's not a very popular topic to talk about because everyone loves their language. So nobody really wants to stress this. On the other hand, we are facing the development that or dialects or variation, they die out. So if you look back in time, we already lost some of our dialects. There are simply no speakers anymore. The language only exists on the paper. And this development is continuing. So we don't know what the future will bring, but either we can have a standard Frisian, or we can have a lesser diversity of dialects.
Gero literaturarena erantzungo dizu, estandarrakin naizea? Galdera? Ez. Literatura erantzungo dizu ondoren. Estandarra dela eta Ipar Frisian ez dute estandarizatu, varietate dialektal handia dute, 10 dialekto zeuskaten, hilindia batzuk, bidean ez dute zer egin estandarizatzeko, ez da gai popular bat, ez da zerbait jendeak begi honez ikusten dunik, mehatxu bezala ikusten dute beraien dialektoarentzako, ez dute ikusten irabazia bezala, bitartean hizkuntzazkenean hiltzen nahi da. Dialektoak etengabe desagertzen nahi dialako, hiztunak hiltzen dialako. Paperean gelditzen dira dialekto hauek, baina ez diote heltzen gaiari. Ez diote heltzen. Eta hor daude dilema horretan, azkenean edo hizkuntza hilko zaigu, dialektoak hiltzen nahi zaizkigulako. the literature? Literature in the North Frisia? Yeah.
Whoa, literature. Whoa, it's such a difficult question.
Yes, he's a writer and he went into this exchange
Yes,
program to
but
West Frisia.
as you know, I think there does not exist a North Frisian Roman, how do you call this?
Novelist? Paper
Novel.
writer? Yeah. Paper writer.
Yeah,
What's the word?
but not even a book.
In German, you mean Roman?
Roman,
A
yeah.
novel. A novel. Yeah.
Novel.
There are no novels in North Frisia.
Ja, en de vliegt ja.
Ulertu dio zuzuk, itzuliko de Baspare, ez omen dago eleberririk idazten duen ipar frisiarrik. Ipar frisieraz ez dira eleberriak idazten.
What do exist is, of course, short stories, songs, translations,
kantak, itzulpenak bai.
but nobody really wrote like this book in North Frisia. It doesn't exist.
But there's a lot of also bigger or actually huge stories or books about the work of Frisians, like on the fields and what they do and how they live and such stuff.
Yeah, sure. And we have those competitions about making Frisians write stories, send them in, and then you can win a certain amount. So in order to push that people actually write in North Frisia.
Lehiaketak egiten dituzte lortzeko hau, badaude ipuin lehiaketak eta hola, baina zamen dago noblistarik asko idazten da, nekazal giroaz eta holako kontutaz bai, baina ez novelak adibidez.
And we have one Inter-Frisian dictionary. Inter-Frisian, so you can see the different dialects and the different kinds of Frisian, and also Danish and English, because these are all connected languages. So sometimes the words are very similar to English or Danish.
Hiztegiak dazkate interfrisiarrak ditzen dituztenak, frisiar artekoak, frisiar hitz bat frisiar ezberdinetan eta baita ere danieraz eta inglesez, ze kontinuum bat bezala dira, oso hurbil dauden hizkuntza direlako.
Esaten dute frisia eta inglesa dira gerturik dauden hizkuntzak.
Esaten dute, baina ez dugu asko ulertzen gero. Alemana jakin da bai, baina inglesatik, baina bai, ala omen da, bai.
It is obviously that the Protestant Church, which one of their points is to write the Bible in the language of the people, did not do it for free. We're not, even if that was really the one selling point, one of the selling points for the Protestant Church, they did not translate the Bible into our language. They did it for the source, for example, which made really get the source literature really a push. But we did not have it. It was just only in German, and that is one kind of remarkable contradiction for the Protestant Church. But they were very the Lutheran Church is very much what do you call it, state-minded and upper-class minded. So they don't get around. But that, in my point of view, of course, it's a contradiction. But we never had a translation of the Bible into Frisian.
Kontraesan baten berri eman du, badakizue Eliza protestantia hasi zenean, beren puntu nagusi bat zan Biblia itzulita izan bar zuela herriak ulertzen zuen hizkuntzara, eta Biblia itzuli ez dutela hizkuntza guztietara, alemanasteko, ez izatea latinez, inglesera eta bar, baina adibidez etzan inoiz frisiar hizkuntzara itzule izan. Horrek agian azaltzen du alfabetizazio maila hain bajua egotea, ez dagoena beste hizkuntza minoritario batzuekin protestanteak izan direnean. Sorbierara bai itzuli zuela, Eliza protestante aleman horrek, baina frisierrera ez. Agian Eliza nahiko burgesia altukoa zalako eta frisiarrak azkenean nekazaria palak. Baina bai da kontraesan bat, puntu bat, fede protestante hortan.
Has anybody thought of translating West Frisian literature into North Frisian?
Yes.
ea norbaitek saiatu da itzultzen mendebaldeko frisiarraz egiten den literatura, eleberriak eta bar, ipar frisiarara horrarea gotzeko. Eta berak esaten du baietz, barkatu.
Maybe not for the big books, but novels, short stories for sure.
Is there any reception? Is there any, do people, is there any uptake? Is there acceptance among people for that kind of thing?
The community
No
is
market.
too small.
Yeah.
We don't have a book market with Frisian books where you can buy books, exchange books, or give books for free or anything. So this
Local press, maybe.
They're very much German national minded. So
Egon omen dira saiakerak itzulpen hauek eta egiteko, baina ez dago merkaturik.
Where for the media we have in Germany, in Schleswig-Holstein, we have maximum 3 minutes radio podcast a week.
3 minutes radio a week in
only
German.
in the North Frisia. So if you are a Frisian living in Kiel or Flensburg, like on the East Coast, you cannot hear it.
What can you do in 3 minutes?
It's a song. For the German, the others get to hear a song.
Yeah.
Like
It has to
living
be a short
outside of the area. So it's a song.
So if
They get
you
instead.
listen to the radio in Kiel, which is on the other side, you hear a song like Britney Spears, and if you are in North Frisia, you hear Karin Haug talking in Frisian with other.
This is the public radio.
Yes.
Irrati publikoan, frisiarrez emititzen da astean 3 minutuz bakarrik. 3 minutuz. Eta bakarrik Estatu Federal horretan. Frisiarra basea, eta gauez, 3 minutu gauez. Bai. Beste nunbaiten baldin bazaude, internetaren bidez gaur egun entzun dezakezu, baina...
Baina ezan duena da, inkluso Estatu Federal horren barruan, frisieraz ez da hitz egiten tokitan, nahiz eta soilik 3 minutu izan, ez dut ez da entzuten, abesti bat jartzen dute. Orduan, soilik entzuten da, frisieraz hitz egiten toki gutxitan, hori da. Eta hori da, besteetan Britney Spears edo dalakoa entzuten dute bitartean.
I think you should demand 4 minutes.
A longer song.
The argument is they are afraid if they don't understand that they will shut up the...
Yeah.
But actually we don't know this, and mostly the people that listen to the radio, they just don't care, they just listen to it and go with the car further or something. But this is a big struggle for many years. We always say we want more and more and more time, and then they say you don't have the listeners, you don't have the numbers.
We are aware of that situation also in the French Basque Country, because they're also in the French state there is no like regional television. Is the part of the state television has like delegations in the regions, and Basque for many time was very, very, very small within the region, so we only had like 6 minutes per day, I think. So it's more, but still was a very symbolic amount. And we're also very, I think, a problem what will be to you as well is that the Basque was very folklorized. So they wouldn't tell you about the news in Iraq. They would tell you that in this village something happened.
The pumpkins were bigger.
It wasn't treated very seriously.
We know that.
So, esaldu diet pixkat, igual ego Euskal Herrian ez dala hori okurritzen, baina ipar Euskal Herrian, azken finean telebista Akitania mailan antolatzen denez, urte askotan eta gaur egun oraindik oso minutu gutxi daukatela. Euskaraz badago frantziru kanalean, baina igual dira 5 minutu egunean edo 6 minutu egunean, dela ez dakit programa litzen da, Frantziako albistegi txikitxo bat egin dute, eta esan dietena gainera da normalen oso folklorikoa dela. Ez dute albestegi politikorik ematen, ematen dute ez dakizein herritan, zer pasa dela, eta azken finean hori egiten duena da hizkuntza folkloristatu eta ez erabilera sustatu.
Frisian esaten dietena 3 minutu baino gehiago eskatzen dutenian, 4 eskatzen ari dira, ez da asko, esaten diete ez da eskatela entzulego kopuruak, eta orduan esetz, hori dala erantzuna.
Eta
iparraldean badaude beste irrati bat.
Bai, iparraldean.
Baina beraiek ez daki daukaten besteik. Dirudienez hori da dana, 3 minutu horiek.
I was saying that in French Basque Country we do have a radio in Basque.
Yeah.
And also,
24/7.
yes, and also luckily most people can also get reception of Basque-speaking channel from the south.
From the south.
So they could get, but not publicly funded by the French. It's us who sort of give them also the channel.
Galdera o komentario bat, bai?
Do you become any economic support from the West Frisian government for the development, for the cultural development?
Claro, galdera
Segur, bai.
Horregatik.
Responsible is the German province, Schleswig-Holstein. So they can't just give it to West Frisians.
But
we are citizens in our country. Our country has to support our heritage, our language, and our cultural living. So we pay tax to. We are not paying tax to. If we pay tax to West Friesland, that would be okay. Deal with it. But I pay tax to Schleswig-Holstein, to Germany, Federal Republic of Germany, and so they have to support me in my cultural living, and they do not. And that's the fighting for recognition and a fair share of resources, and not only the resources which are worthful, which are good. That means all the Frisians work to support.
Galdera izan da, ea mendebaldeko Frisiak nolabait laguntzen dion Ipar Frisiari, diru laguntzen bidez edo, eta erantzuna izan da ezetz, eta gainera ez du ongi ikusten, bera estatu Alemaniari ordaintzen dizkio zergak, ordaintzen zaio estatu Alemaniaren ardura dela Frisiako ondasuna, Frisiako kultura, hizkuntza sustatzea. Hemendikan esango diogu hemen egiten dala. Hori nahi dezu erantzun? Ez zuk erantzun, ez maitik.
I asked you that question because I think it's a quite similar situation with Basque in the French area. They don't become almost any financial support, but the Basque government in the Spanish side, they have a financial support from the Basque regional government.
Good, from Turkey.
Bueno, itzuliko dut, hemen jaurlaritzak bai sustatzen dula eta diru laguntzak ematen ditula iparraldean. Moztu egin ziren hain zuzen ere Txoeko gobernuan egon zenean.
When we had our only non-nationalist government, that was one of the first things
For years,
they stopped.
That's the first thing they cut out. Or no?
I think in principle data is right, of course.
Of course, you pay the taxes.
A little bit more to it, because recently there was also someone on behalf of the SSW in the government of Schleswig-Holstein, and from a distance I noticed that some things were happening and some things were moving. Nordfriese Institute got more money, and the building was enlarged and improved. And there were also talks between the Frisian government and the government of Schleswig-Holstein. And I'm a bit cautious what will happen now. Now you have new government in Schleswig-Holstein without SSW. We also will have elections coming up next year. Will something happen? Will this continue? Or because I think in collaborating, there are certainly things you can do together to be stronger, or to pressure Germany, or to pressure Kiel.
Printzipioan ados dagola berak esaten duenakin, hiritar alemaniarra bazea, Alemaniari dagokio zure kultura sarduratzea eta bar, baina badaudela laburtzeagatik, badaudela gauzak egitea elkarrekin, batetikan elkarri laguntzeagatik eta bigarrenek ere aurpegi atatzeko gobernu alemaniarri, pixka bat gorritu eta pixka bat presionatu, gobernu alemaniarra.
Bai, laburki igual asaltzeko hemengo eako kideantzat, etorri dana, pixkat...
Siglak sartu nahi.
Bai, bueno, nik lehena da, bertan sartutan egon da. Asaltzea, bai Frisia, mendebaldeko Frisia, Holandan dagoen Frisia, daukatela alderdi bat representatzen duna abertzalea, abertzaletasuna edo gutxienez identifikazio hori kulturarekin, eta bestetik Schleswig-Holstein, hau da, Ipar Frisian, dagoela alderdi bat ez dela soilik frisiarrak, bezik eta frisiak eta Danimarkako minoria representatzen duna, eta bi alderdi horiek daudela Eusko Alkartasuna dagoen alderdi Europarrean. Orduan, zagoen genezake, gala alderdi anaiak edo. Eta beraien artean bai harreman ona daukatela. Eta justu komentatu duena da, pasaden 4 urtetan, edo ez dakit pasan, baina duela gutxi, egon zean gobernuan, ustet lehen aldiz denbora askotan, beraien lurraldean, hau da, minoria horiek defendatzen duen alderdia egon zen gobernuan lehen aldiz, edo urte askotan ezan egon, eta bueltatu zian gobernura. Eta, igari zala, gobernuan egon da, ezan dana egin, baina aldaketa batzuk egin ziala. Eta berak komentatu zuena da, gobernu, Schleswig-Holsteinen alderdi abertzale hori gobernuan egon da, harremanak asko sakondu zian Mendebaldeko Frisiarekin. Zerabiz, Mendebaldeko Frisian, gehiengoak frisioa denez, eta frisiarez hitz egiten dunez, naiz eta alderdi abertzale egon, beste alderdiak bebai, naiz eta ez abertzaleak izan, kulturarekiko harreman sakonagoa daukate. Zerabiz, nik ezagutu dut Frisiako gobernuko kideak, ez dianak abertzaleak, baina asko defendatzen dutena eta sustatzen dutena beraien hizkuntza. Eta dira Holandako alderdiko normalak, vamos. I was just translating a bit the situation of the parties, giving a context and mentioning that SSV in North Frisian and the Frisian National Party in West Frisia are members of the same European political party as Eusko Alkartasuna is. So we could consider that we are brother parties, but indeed it shows that there is a sort of framework of cooperation.
But one thing about the SSV is that they are also a party for the Danish.
Yes, I explained that. I explained that it's not only Frisian.
Yes.
So it's
more Danish than Frisian. It's like we are just a bit of pepper that they sometimes mention in their soup, but usually they only have.
Beraiek dauzena asaltzen da, berez, nik esan dudana SSB dala Frisiaren minoria eta Danimarkako minorianen alderdia, berak esan dit, dala nagusiki Danimarken gutxiengoa, Frisiak oso gutxi dira. Orduan, naiz alderdi hori, beraien alderdia izan edo, inkluso beraien alderdian gutxiengoa dira. Orduan, hori. Saia dala hori.
So one more thing about the financial.
Yes.
We are funded by the German government in Berlin, but also in Kiel from Schleswig-Holstein. So this is the two things which we get funded by, but compared to other minorities in Europe, we are the starving child because they really don't care much about us. And we don't have any stability of the funds. So every time we have to struggle again to ask for money. And it's not a lot. I think, Mom, how much money do we get? 300,000. 300,000 in total. But because we work together, or we have to work together with the Danish minority, because they get a lot of money from Denmark.
Of course.
We don't get any krone or euro from Denmark. It's
I'm not done.
They don't spend an euro on us.
Yes.
That's a legend.
Yes, but
that's a legend.
We have to work together with them because they have the schools, and if they also have teachers that they teach Frisian, then we can add additional classes. So, but it's not part of the curriculum. But it's a volunteer class for Frisian. So that's how we work together. So most of our Frisians know Frisian, but also Danish, because they access the Danish schools, and German, and Low German also.
Komentatu duena da, beraiek dirua hartzen dutela, bai beraien estatu federaletik, zein estatu, Kiel, Schleswig-Holstein dela estatua, zein Berlinetik, estatu zentraletik. Baina, naiz eta errekonozimendua berez izan, oso diru gutxi jasotu dute, totalean 300.000 euro, totalean. asko ezin dezake.
Eta gainera urtero ibili behar dutela, bukatzen berri lortzeko lehiu laguntza hauek, eta...
In the Danish minority they have like the big brother that helps them, I imagine. Desberdintasuna da, Dinamarkako gutxiengoarekin, azken finean daukatela estatu bat alboan, beraien estatua dela eta laguntzen dietela, eta beraik ez daukat inor. Orduan naizta Danimarkakoekin harremana gutxiengoa dira, ez dira Danimarkako minoriaren parte, baina modu baten edo bestean lagunak ezten behar dira, ze Danimarkakoek azpiegitura gehiago dituzte hizkuntza, gutxiengo hizkuntza bat erakusteko, orduan beraiek...
60 million you get from Denmark every year.
Konparatzeko beraiek 60 milioi euro jasotzen dituzte urtero Dinamarkatik. Orduan beraiek harreman estua daukate Dinamarkakoekin, Dinamarkako gutxiengoarekin Alemanian, azken finean errazago egiten zailako beraiei klaseak emotea, adibidez esaten du, hizkuntza gehienetan Frisia... Frisiako klaseak eukiteko normalean Danimarkako gutxiengoren eskoletan izan behar da. Orduan, aupatu du, beraik normalean frisieraz hitz ditutenek, normalean frisiera dakite, baina daniera eta alemana eta Alemaniako gune hortan itzen den dialektoa, orduan lau hizkuntza hitz ditut.
Conclusion. So I see the interest from you in North Frisia is huge. I have been on some of these journeys that we North Frisians do to other minorities in Europe, and I have never experienced that we got invited to tell something about us, because usually we go there and are asking, please tell us something about you, but now it's the other way around, and so I feel very honored, and I think also the rest of the group does. So thank you for having us, and thank you for giving you a small image about our homeland, and of course you are welcome to visit us anytime and to see how it is in practice. And
bueno, Ipar Frisiatik eskarak ematen dizkigute, holako bidaiak askotan egin dituzte, eta sekulan ez diete gonbidatu beren herria esplikatzera, beti jundira, nahi txikik bezala galdetzera, nola iten dezu ezuek, zeiten dezu ezuek, zeintzu zeate zuek, eta guk ahotsa eman diegu, eta orduan hori handia da beretzako, eta oso eskertua dago. Eta, gonbidatua gaude Ipar Frisiara, benetan gure begiekin ikusteko nola dauden gauzak. Mila esker, eskerrik asko, oso interesgarria, very interesting. Eta...
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. Welcome. Eta beti dago ikasteko.